Hello and welcome back to Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25. Right, we are here in the Challenger approaching all of this drilling that's happening because we do need to make a change of tractors here. Do a little bit of a swap, if you will. So I'm just going to hop out of the Challenger, hop into... I've fully confused the helper. I just want to get them lined up first. Brilliant. Stop. Okay, drop and roll out the way. And we'll get the Challenger attached and I will explain what's going on here in, well, I'll explain right now. So basically I have figured out that yes, the helpers are a bit smarter than I maybe would have originally thought they were. So they go quite far forward than they need, then they reverse back to where they need to go and then they start. But if there's any missed bits before this section of the field, they will go back for those missed bits. So I had some up here and they kept going back for them and then wanted to carry on. So yeah, it's working though now. So I've let them kind of take over and that is fine by me. But we need the Massey and we're going to go down to the shop because we have to pick up some kit to deal with the grass, which we are in fact going to turn in to silage, and not in just any old way, but here, I think we can go this way. I'll just cut through the farm. Right, so yeah, not just any old way. We're not going to bale and faff with all that. We are going to use a pit. So I have found on the mod hub a nice very simple style silage pit. So we're basically going to mow and collect all in one pass. It's going to be the most, I suppose, the most cost effective for one and the most efficient overall. Yes, it is a bit of a faff because we have to stop, go back, you know, unload and then continue mowing, versus where you usually mow it all at once and do all the jobs at once. But this is literally all the jobs in one pass. So yes, it'll probably fill up quickly, the wagon, but we are going to lease both the mower and the wagon unless by some chance there is one in the shop, but unlikely. So we shall see. It's particularly the one we're after. I will show you the the pit as well. In fact, I should probably have a look at it in game just to get an idea of what we're looking at overall. So let's just get this parked up. Yeah, I'll just actually put it here because we're not too certain what we're going for. I do have an idea of what I'd like, but let's go to the farm. This is about right, and see. Ah, there you go. Speaking of see, let's see the grass. Look at how much taller it is as well. Very healthy looking, very tall. I wonder if it could go further. Can it go one more further? Well, I don't know. Hey, you know what? Let's find out. Maybe there's been a change or something. As far as I knew, there was always the one. Sorry, the two. The two. Right, grass. Okay. Right. I'm not seeing a bloody thing about. Right, okay. Sorry, just getting distracted now. Yeah, nothing about, as far as grass goes with making silage, unless there is something. Maybe I'm missing something. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for certain. I know that I read something about spinach having 3 ready to harvest cycles. I'll probably still do it, just for effect, at least. Because I know the cows don't need it. Well, apparently they don't. I'm sure that will go up. I don't know why it's not 100, but maybe it would go up. Well, it makes sense that it's 80, because then this is 80. Their productivity is not affected, but their health, right, which does affect their overall price, I think. So we are going to do silage to make TMR. But now where to put this thing? Which is where exactly? Sheds, silos. Silos, brilliant, right there. So these are the 3. This is the small silo. I ain't even got enough money for that. Oh no. We really are in a pinch. Yeah, we're going to have to pull more loans to make it work. Because we have to cut this. So maybe we can put silo over here. To be honest, that might be the best thing. But then we are really sort of committing to this. Actually, no, we're not really. We can always remove it. We'll definitely get our money's worth out of it. Silage does actually sell for quite a bit as well. So that might work out. How do you rotate it? Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, so it could even go just like kind of like that, to be honest. But we don't have the money, so it doesn't really matter what we want to do. It would be nice to go in there as well, even if it was the medium one. I think this will hold enough in here. It could be too much. We could start with this one, but that seems a lot. Yeah, that seems too small. We'd need at least this. 25 grand. Yeah, that's just not going to happen. Well, it could go anywhere as well around here. So it could even go along this field. Just to not block up all of this, but anyways, yeah, well, we really should sort this out because we need to know what's going on what to do with the grass. So we really just need to figure out where we're putting this thing. I suppose here is fine. I don't really want to get carried away with all of this because, again, we may remove it in the future. But I think for now... this could be fine. Right there. Yeah, we don't want it too close. We'll have, like, this path kind of goes to the pit. How about that? Gets rid of this bush as well. Just like that. Perfect. So now we just need the cash. So we'll just put in 10, we'll just pay for it straight up like that. And by straight up like that, I mean someone else's money will pay for it. Until, of course, I have to pay it back. Right, now I don't know if there's a difference, I just think it's pretty general, so we'll just put it like that. Sorted. Let's go check it out. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. We can see a pretty clear distinction between where it starts and where the grass is. So we can even put a little path in here if we wanted. But that is pretty well ideal. Now what we're going to be leasing is probably going to cost more than that. No, it shouldn't actually. It shouldn't. But we do need to find out. Alright, anything in the sale. Nothing new. Nothing for us. So we'll go mowers. This one has the little... Yeah, it has the middle swath, so that's good. And that's going to be, oh, 688. That's pretty good as well. So we'll get that leased. Yes. Brilliant. And then, oh, I'm already committed. Okay, what are we doing? Forage wagons. Oh, good. That's weird. There seems to be a bit of a... Oh, there we go. That was weird. Bit of a lag or something. Delay. Bit of a delay. Right, we'll just get this... let's That's fine like that. Standard. That's right. Silage additive tank is an extra bit. We'll do it when we own it. Maybe in the future, yeah. Because I think we get a little bit of a bonus off that. So we'll lease that out as well for $15.55. Lovely. Love a set of fives. Okay. Let's get this fired up. Let's get those beacons on again for safety. Forget not for safety. We'll get the mower hooked up. I think this is good. I do like when I can use this sort of setup. It is nice to have all the kit, and it is a bigger field than I remember. I'm aware of that. But I think this is going to be fine. It might take a little while, but so will sorting out that field as well. Not just the drilling of it, but ensuring the fertilization and the flooding eventually. I don't know if we have to de-weed it or what the crack is there, but we'll have another read maybe of the rice information, just so we don't muck it up. We really don't want to do that, and if we do, it's fine, we can sort it. I do quite like this field, and I don't like that it's been abandoned, but to buy a new field now would cost quite a bit. What field is that for reference? 10? Alright, 8 is looking quite sad as well. We could adopt it. The fees are expensive to adopt fields though, but that's fine. We could make it work. We'll see. We'll see. Right, here we are. Let's just stop, and have a cheeky peek. I know I have, but I'm curious once again. Farmland. Nope. 100. 180. Lots of trees, not as many trees, and this connects a bit more sort of to the farm, although I would probably go for 7 first. Yes, I think I would. It's kind of nicely tucked away across the road there. Anyways, can't afford that at the moment. Again, we could just loan out. I know what I said before about loans, but yeah, we're at a point where we were slightly robbed, but that is fine. I've accepted that it's happened, and we are now moving on by mowing this grass in a nice swath. So it's going in a nice swath, and we're collecting it in a nice swath as well. So I don't know how quickly this will fill up, but it is going. Turn those beacons off. We are safe now in the field. But, and we're swerving a bit. Yeah, we could have probably got that other section too, but no, this is a waste of grass here actually. See if we can turn around. Oh, I suppose we should, yes, probably lift that up and then collect that. Anybody come in? Nope, good. Just take it nice and wide here. We should probably go back down that way and fix that, but it's alright. There we go once again. So yeah, once we're going up and down, it won't be as bad. We'll get a couple of headlands in. It might be a bit of a faff in the beginning, but overall it should be fine. Don't want to destroy any crop either. Ooh, that's so tight, yet you've made it. Incredible. Okay, helper is going. Mower is mowing. Loading wagon is loading. And I'm going to crack on with this. Right, here we go with the final load, well, of the time lapse at least, not final load of the field. It has been a pretty good haul so far. It's about, what, 32 plus 16. Oh, should have kept going. Anyways, yeah, oh, yeah, buggered that. That's fine. Might have another drive over this just to compact it a bit. I am not seeing... compaction is 17. Right, so we'll take a fair bit of it. I might... actually, this isn't even that heavy of a setup, to be honest. I might need the trailer. Or I wonder if one of the trucks is heavier. Not than the tractor, surely. But we shall see. We shall see. I'll just do a couple of passes over top just to flatten it, because we will have more to do. I do just need to check on the helper. I think they've stopped, actually. They look in the distance as though they're not in motion. Which must mean they're done, which is brilliant. But we do still have grass to collect. Now, I would like to perform another long-term lease with this equipment so that we can do it again in a few months' time, especially when it's in the dead of summer would be best. So let's just quickly head over here and see they have not. I see the problem. That is a problem indeed. So let's go to the John Deere, go to old Johnny, and we'll get ourselves a couple of bags of seed and bring it down over to the Challenger and crack on with the job. Okay, never mind. We're going to go to the shop first, get some more seed, and then we'll crack on with the job. Alright, and the delivery of one bag of seed, because unfortunately that's really all that we can afford at this moment. So let's just hop back in to the Challenger, get it all fired up, get that in. And we will let the helper crack on, hopefully without issue. Maybe we'll just reverse straight out. Cause less issues with the field, less compaction, all that, because it does look like it does. I don't think it actually does cause any sort of compaction issues in the field itself, but that's neither here nor there really, as all that matters is that the helper is back on the path of drilling in the rice. Now let's get ourselves back over to the farm. Well, this is the farm right here, isn't it? Let's go down this way. Oh, sorry, school bus. Yeah, I'm noticing at times at times I'm noticing a bit of that stuttering that I know that some people had mentioned before. Never really had it before, so maybe as the file itself, the save file, gets bigger and bigger with new kit and just more going on, maybe that causes sort of a stuttering issue. Could be just a loading in as well at times. I've noticed that as well when you load in, because as you can see I'm maneuvering around, especially when I switch over to first person in a vehicle, especially with that mod though. I will admit it does primarily happen with the realistic cab view mod, I think it's called. Anyways, right, let's get this fired up. Look at this, nearly done this as well. That compaction will be really good. I think this size of pit was perfect. Anything smaller and it would have been a bit strange, to be just completely honest. But yeah, let's just crack on with this while we sort out what the next plan really is, because it would be good to have sort of a plan in motion. So we do have rain on the way, but we will finish this up before the rain arrives, which is grand. I will keep, as I've said before, I will keep this kit, the mower and the wagon, as a bit of a longer term lease, just a few months though, truthfully, because I don't want to I don't want to overdo it. I think we will want silage again, and I think if we put the work in to get that pit not only filled but cleared and then filled again, then we'll be in some money as well, because silage does sell for quite good money. But we do want to save some for the cows. Now I know we don't need to do it but I think there's a small part that will benefit from it. As I showed before, I just want to see if it's changed since. So it does say 90% now. See, that's very confusing. I almost wish that they would be at 80%. Do you know what I mean? What would be really cool, this would be a really interesting thing to have happen, is if we were able to sell the silage that we have extra, plus the cows, these ones, plus the pen to buy a small dairy shed. Just a thought. I think that would be the better option. I don't know what we're going to do with all of this with all of this silage though, because we're going to have nearly, from this load, I want to guess we'll probably have well, what is each one of these? 16. What have we done? 3 of them. See, maybe like 60. I don't know. It could be 60,000 liters. Could be more. You know. So if we do, I just don't know where we would store it before selling it. But yeah, I would like to consider selling it though to bring in some extra cash. Anyways, we'll worry about that when that time comes. We will finish this field up though, and dumping out and compacting and all that in a small time lapse. Alright, well, I am seeing now that it was already compacted at 100%. It seems to compact really quickly. Maybe it's because it's not very much. But there is over 60,000 litres, which is really good news. The only not good news is the fact that there is so much falling out of the pit. So this really was pushing it as far as the size. Now I'm going to see if I can be a bit cheeky and get it along the side like this. And just collect what chaff I can from the very side here. And same on the other side. Look at that, it's nearly 5,000 just from that. I think it's mostly on that side and on the front a bit. I'm going to go around the front, collect a bit as well, just to see, because I feel like we've lost a bit with the compaction. But I will put it in the middle and then just compact it outwards instead of putting it too close to the edge. Well, that's the nice thing about the walls, but sometimes the walled ones do have that issue as well. Or seep through the walls or something. Right, I just don't know how close this will go. I think it's quite a distance. I think it's fine, but I'm going to just do it just in case. Right, that's good. And we'll go around this side, the front. And then we'll put it back in the pit, compact finally. And look at that. That's quite a bit that we've had seep out the sides. Now, will that add on to our 60,000? Oh no, we have taken from it a bit, but not too much. Just put that straight in the middle. Nice and slow. Beauty. Look at that. Right, let's get spun round. We don't want to go compact it too many times because we'll seep out again, but there we go, 64-ish thousand, and 98, 99, 100. Okay, so it doesn't look great, and the more that we drive over it, the more that it'll seep out again. So let's get off of this. Oh, I've got that on still. Don't want to overdo that. Get one last compaction down, and probably lost a couple hundred litres there, but that's fine. There we go. So it's not the greatest it's not the greatest pit job ever, but you know what? It is done. Do I really want to blanket it? I think I do. Oh, I love that. Looks so good. Now, is that on the outside? So that must be excess. So it's... Oh, wow. We need it within that first tire. Oh, are you serious? Looks good, though. Oh, I don't like that. But that's fine. Tarped up already. Now, I guess we'll find out when it comes time to loading the silage. Because obviously you can see... Oh, wow. 5% already. Seems rapid. Well, I suppose we'll see. We'll see how much silage comes out and how much of it is actually chaff. Right, we'll take the mower away from here. I just thought it would be a bit easy to take off and finish the compacting. But it compacted rather quickly. Again, I did do a bit of it beforehand. That might have really helped, actually. So that's good news. That's good news there. Now, the field is done, so that's really good. We will tuck this kit away for the next time. Now, I would still like to know, is there a third ready to harvest stage for the grass? Because I don't think so. I'm going to stick with there isn't. And that's just for... Was it spinach I read that about? I think it was spinach that I read that about. So, very well could be. Right, we'll get this tucked away. And actually, we should really check on the helper now and see how they're getting on. Oh, wow, nearly done. And okay, that's pretty brilliant. So, I knew that they missed a bunch of spots. Now, they actually have gone back to finish it. That is impressive. I will admit, that is a bit... I thought I would have to go back and do that myself, but that is pretty impressive. That it's just automatically done that, because now the field's done. Just like that. Which we do have to fertilize. That's the last thing we need to do before we crack on to May. But there we go. Where are you going now? There is a small bit there, but I don't think they would do that, do they? Oh, going for it. It's going for it. Nah, that's alright. Cool. All done. That is wicked. So we did have... Oh, wow. So much seed remaining. Well, that's fine. At least we know we need it for the future. And then the money that comes in from all of this will be really good as well. Regardless of what we do with the rice, I think it will be a very good income from... Oh, we want to go this way. In fact, look how filthy. We should probably get this all tidied up as well. Well done. Well done, Challenger, and well done, Great Plains Drill. Although the Great Plains Drill is nice for the width, it is quite slow in comparison to what we can, what the speeds we can achieve with a drill, particularly one that doesn't require any cultivating prior to it. Again, that's a bit of a future venture, just because we literally have zero money. We have no money. We are skint. So that's fine. Oh, hello. But that's completely my fault for spending all the money. Okay, let's just tuck this away now that it's fresh and clean. Might as well just tuck it like this for now. And we'll hop over to the John Deere. But before we do, I want to see... Oh, train. I love how close the train comes up to the farm. That's nice. Let's have a look at the fields in question. Lovely autumnal colours here with the dark red, nearly... It's kind of like a dark orange, actually. Anyways, long grain rice. And, yes, we've got oat there, and we've got long grain rice there. Fertilizer. This is fully fertilized, but there is weeds in. There are weeds in, rather. Let's look at them. Let's go and check them out. Because we don't have a sprayer. I don't know if any have popped up in the mod hub. I'd have to check to see. I don't think anything for us here, though. I can't remember. The cheapest one is the sort of the backpack one, right? Yeah. So, yeah, that's cool. I'd like to use that eventually. Yeah, I'm not going to really faff with that too much yet. Does it require... If it requires weeding, then maybe. See, they're straight to medium. Straight to medium. Didn't have a choice. Didn't have any sort of early day, unless it's the day you do it. Like, the day that you drill it might be the day that they are small, but then they're immediately medium. So So that, basically, is the option. I mean, it's not that bad, 36,000. It's a very big width, but it's quick as well. I don't know, maybe in the future that would be something we consider just to save on herbicide, I suppose. But with the sprayers, we can reduce the width and save on herbicide that way instead, which I think would be a better option in case we do need a big sprayer, you know. Lots of things we can do. But what we are going to focus on first is getting the first application of... Whoa, sorry mate, I am just going to commit to that. Apologies. Definitely cut that person off fully. Right, just mosey into the field here. So, as far as I'm aware, we need to fertilize twice, and then we can flood. If we flood the field, we can't do anything else about it. Yes, let me just confirm though. I just want to check in, so we've got, right, forestry. There is something specific about long grain rice. There's 2 long grain rice sections. Alright, long grain rice is in the spring that has not yet been flooded. Correct. It's already drilled. Great. No special machines. Fantastic. The rice field should be flooded when the first grain... Okay, so once it looks like the photo, right? That's what we said before. But then this is where it gets a bit confusing. Flood the field about 2 months... For about 2 months before it has to be dry for the 3rd growth stage. Okay, so that doesn't tell us anything about that. Oh. As long as they're not flooded. Brilliant. Oh. Right, okay, well then let's just begin and see what happens. What I reckon will happen, as far as the fertilizing, if for whatever reason we can't fertilize it next month when the weeds... No. I think that's in reference to rice, not to long grain rice. Long grain rice is far more like any other crop, save for the fact that you have to flood the field after you've drilled in. So I reckon fertilize in April, fertilize in May, and then once the fertilizing is done, as long as there are green shoots in the field, we flood the whole thing, and then it's all ready to go. So that will be really good. But before we can do that, we do have to fertilize the once over, which is what we're doing now, which is how we will end April, and we'll crack on with a time lapse. Alright, and fertilize. Now I do think I missed a couple of bits over here, little bits, nothing too major, just a few little missed bits here, you can kind of see them. So yeah, I'll just get these cleared up, and then we are sorted for the first application. Now, as far as the second one goes, that will happen probably, well, that will happen in May. I am hoping, though, that by that time, if there are green shoots, we'll probably stick a helper on the fertilizing, just so that we can focus on... Oh my, okay. Oh right, mulched, of course it is. So that is where the field was before. That was... Oh cool, well it keeps the mulched for most of the field, because this is extended. But this part was what was the field before. So that was mulched, which is great, because that does give us a bit of a bonus. And now we are fully fertilized. Well, sorry, half fertilized. We can also fertilize field number 5 as well. Now that that is sorted, that's probably something we could probably go quickly stick a helper on, just as we kind of wrap things up. I would like to get that done now. We do have rain coming too, but at 2 o'clock. So if we can get that done by then yeah, should be all right. But we are just going to head over there right now. Just to see what's going on. Oh, I thought that cow was outside of the pasture for a moment. Kind of threw me for a loop. Nah, see, there's something like this. I can't justify doing it with a helper, even if it's a bit hard to see. I'll probably do this off camera, to be honest. But yeah, this will be fairly quick. But I do want to stay on top of this sort of job, certainly. The fertilizing of the grass field. It doesn't have to be perfect because it will grow again, and we will cut it again. Actually, while we're finishing up, might as well just ramble on and do this. So yes, here is what we have all done. We have the field next to us, the oats, all ready to go. Just has to be weeded. See a few strips there. I wonder why. I wonder why it's in weird strips like that. I suppose that's easier to deal with. Less herbicide used overall. The one thing is that I wonder if the long grain rice will have a similar need for being de-weeded. So we'll have to look at that when that time comes. Again, I'm going to look in the mod hub to see if any sort of smaller scale weeders do appear. Because we just don't need a big one, especially when we start direct drilling. What are we going to avoid? Probably weeds. Wait, is it weeds we avoid with direct drilling? I can't remember. One of the things, because when we cultivate, I think that's what sort of brings up some of the weeds. Whereas if we direct, we may not have to worry about that, but nevertheless, as you can see, this is going very quickly. Right, we are nearly out of fertilizer, so we'll have to mosey on back to the barn and collect some more. But yes, so we'll get the rest of this done off camera, and then when we see you next time, we'll be into May, where we will have the long grain rice field to fertilize again and flood. And I'm quite excited to see how that goes. We have done the flooding in this small rice paddy that I have, rice field or whatever that I have here, simply to have a free water source. So I might just keep it there for now to have that free water source, and then from there we'll have a big one down the hill, and some rice as well, which is really interesting. Better than just an empty rice field. Right, we'll get this sorted in the, before the next one. But for now, that does finish up this episode. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you have done, cheeky thumbs up always helps out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Until the next one though, please do take care. And bye for now.